here. I went to get breakfast. First of all, tell me why. Like, I made sure that all of my alarms were on, and like my early alarm went off. I had another one for like 6:15, and then I got another alarm for like 6:30. I have an alarm for like 6:50, but like my 6:15 alarm didn't go off, so I wasn't like on track, and I lost my pants. Like, I got these new pair of jeans. Well, they're new to me, but I think like my grandma thrifted them and she gave them to me. But like one of the pant loops like came off, so I told her to sew them. And then when she was done, I took them, but I couldn't find them because I wanted to wear them today. Now I'm wearing like other jeans. The plan was to get breakfast and get a nice coffee from Krispy Kreme, but I didn't have time. Um, I didn't do crazy makeup. I just did mascara and lips. The lips kind of like fell off already. Yeah, and I left my tumbler. I was gonna bring the Jack Skellington one uh, with water, and by the time that like um, I remembered I was already on the road, I was like, because I wanted that water to drink. I want to start drinking more water. Because I would put other things in like the tumblers and I would drink it instead of water. So I was like, So I went to Burger King and I wanted to go to Wendy's to try their breakfast, but I hate how, and I saw a TikTok about this, and I don't know if anybody else feels this way. Um, how like you can't just look up the menu to like restaurants anymore. Like if you want to, you have to get the app, and then once you get the app, you have to like make an order to like look at the menu. So I got the Wendy's app, and then I want to look at the breakfast things because they only like open, I think, in the morning. Duh. But I had to choose between like carry out, pick up, like drive through or whatever, but they all say closed and I can't pick anything. I can't I can't pick anything because they're all closed, I guess, until like lunchtime. But like I just want to see the menu so I can like check out what I want before I even get there. I want to check like the price and stuff. Um, but I was just like, forget this. I just go to Burger King. I know they do like croissants for two for $5, and then I just picked up an orange juice. Um, and then once I'm done with the orange juice, I could put water in it. But yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm thinking of doing like, I mean, there's really nothing much for me to do um in terms of like tasks. I'll probably just like sharpen pencils and like put them in like on their desks. That's pretty much it. But I'm probably going to, I don't think we're going on like a meeting or anything. I hope not. I'm probably going to write in my journal like about the prompt because I want to do a new prompt from another video that I saw, which was about, it was Peter Mon, and he's like a drama channel. And like he's one of the drama channels I watch. And he did a video about like Shane Dawson. Is he like still canceled? He's trying to make like a TV show about being canceled, and it's just like, what do I think about it? And like, I wrote an opinion on in the comments that I think it's just like so dumb. I just can't like when I hear canceled, especially from a person that like got canceled but doesn't like acknowledge and reflect what they did was wrong and they want to like make commentary about like cancel culture. It's just like, ugh. I want to write about that and maybe I'll like talk about it in a podcast episode. Yeah, because I feel like the term like canceled is just like it doesn't mean anything. I did a TikTok about that too. That had to do with Colleen Ballinger and Ned Fulmer, and it's just like you don't even know what the word means, so like stop throwing it around. Oh, I forgot. Like I didn't say what the video was about. It's a video that I wanted to do last year, which was like back to reality, just showing like me already back at work. Um, if you don't know, I'm a teacher aide out of school. I teach pre-K. I don't know if you're a teacher aide, you're allowed to say like, "Oh, I teach," and it's just like, I mean, you do, but you're not like in front of the class you're not like an actual teacher. So like, I'm not the one doing the lesson plans. I'm not the one explaining, but like, I mean, I do teach kids. I teach more about discipline and manners and how to behave and stuff more than like the ABCs and colors, but I teach. I still have like the video clips, so maybe I could like put them all together and edit them and put them on my second channel because like last year and this year is just like completely different, or like more so like my first year and my second year is already so completely different that I'm just like, I think it would be interesting to show. I mean, there's a lot of videos that like I have a lot of footage that I want to like post, and obviously it's like way past like I have some when I was in like um quarantine. Like I did a vlog like uh attending like quarantine classes, and then I did a video of like prepping for like my first year in college and like a lot of stuff that I still have that I'm just like I want to like upload it because I think it's just so fun. Uh-oh. People are already like conversing. I'm already getting nervous. Let me try to hide this a little bit. Um, I don't know if you could hear I turned on the air purifier and it's like so loud. No, the thing about me is just like I don't really get along and not in like, oh, I'm butting heads, but like I'm just like I'm not friends with like the other teacher aides or like the teachers. I'm really not that close with them. Even when they try to be friendly with me, it's just like because the last day that I was supposed to work, we had a huge luncheon, and I was the first one there, like within like our grade or whatever. And I sat like alone, and I was like, um, you know, when you're like close to people, but you're not like best friends yet, so you don't know if you're allowed to sit with them or not. But like, you don't want to ask because that's dumb. But like, you just don't know, but you don't ask. So I just sit down by myself, and then the others like sit at another place. And then about like 30 minutes in, they invite me, and I was just like, I don't know, I just feel so left out, and I feel like very dumb to like, I don't know, it feels so TV-ish, like the kid that doesn't have friends, and then like the like another group of people like tell you come sit with us, and it's just like, I don't know. Yeah, like I don't have any like teacher friends here. I feel like I don't know if it's because I'm young or I'm weird or like uh something about me isn't inviting. Um, because at first I was like, oh, let me um like express myself so like they could you know about me or whatever. But when I feel like they don't like reciprocate back or whatever, like that's when I'm just like, fine, I'll just like distance myself. So I basically just like am by myself. So when I hear like the other like teacher aides, it's just like, and they're being nice and talking to me. It's just like, I don't know, I don't know. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know if like, and like I don't mind if I'm alone because I'm just like with my headphones. Like in lunch, I'm just like, I used to be like open for conversation. Like I didn't have my headphones on or whatever, and then I would like talk, but then like they wouldn't really like talk back or like to continue the conversation. So I'm just like, bruh. So I just put my headphones on and watch a video or something. So that's pretty much how like it goes, like pretty much to myself. And then at lunch, I'm like more to myself. I like bring my headphones, and then I have like my big like purple headphones, so it's just like really shows that like I don't want to be bothered. And I don't know if because of that they're just like, let's not talk to her. But yeah, I don't know. It's weird when you try to be inviting because I am introverted, but like to an extent, I do try to like make friends or whatever. But then, uh, and that's not to say that like, oh, they need to like right away be like, I want to be your friend or whatever. It's just like if they reach out to me without me having to prompt them, that's when I know that like, okay, we're we're going somewhere. Like I'm not really much getting that, so I'm just like I'm not gonna waste my time like talking to people or whatever. And that may be a problem, but yeah, I feel like I'll try more. Like right now, I really don't care if I'm like buddies with the teachers or whatever. But when it comes to things like that, like sitting, like when they make like the huge luncheon or whatever, and like I got no like teacher that's like this. It does feel like kind of alone sometimes, but like I feel like the friends don't matter until like when I'm a teacher, and I talked about like I talked about it a little bit in my other video. Like once I'm an actual teacher, I feel like that's more like important to make friends with the other like teachers. I don't know. I might be looking at like very weird because I feel like some people or some teachers, especially older ones, would be like, "Come on, like just like talk to the other teachers and whatever, so you wouldn't complain." And it's just like I don't know. So my first task is to get all of the crayon boxes and replace the crayons of each student. And then I'm also going to take note on who needs new crayons because in their cubby we have this shoebox and we put their extra supplies here so we know who belongs to who. Um, so that's where I'm going to get the extra crayons. I know we have some in the closet too, so I'm just going to replace them. Okay. I didn't get any work done. Okay, if you couldn't tell by the insane blowing of the AC, I forgot to turn it down so you could actually hear me. So I'm gonna talk about this whole section because I kind of just ramble anyway. It's me explaining what happened and like what happened with the rest of the day, and I'm driving home. Um, don't mind my super cool and awesome glasses. Yeah, and yes, they are glasses. I go over my glasses, so I don't want to hear it. But basically, I didn't get any work done, and it's times like these where I just want to do my own thing, but I'm not a teacher officially to do my own thing. In order to do that, I need to go back to uni and finish, but in order to do that, I need the time and money, but I have to keep this job to fund my college. But this is what's making me stressed and burnt out, and it makes me not want to do anything else once I get home. Like last year or last semester, whatever it was, my first year of this job, because this is my second year, I would do the 7 to 3, and then I would go home and then go to my class. And at the time, I was doing 5 classes, 2 in person and 3 online, and it was really hard to do. I don't know how people back then managed to do have to be a full-time worker or like a couple of part-time jobs and juggle like full-time university at the same time. It's just like I don't know if it's just a skill issue for me because I could not like handle it, so I had to stop. Besides, I have this car now, so I can't really fund like my college right now, so it's gonna be a long time to go back. But my teacher told me to hang out with the other teachers in another class because we basically did everything before the break. That Friday, we kind of got a lot of work done, and literally my task was to just replace crayons, and I wanted to like replace all the crayons. The thing about me is that I like to organize and categorize things because, for example, my plan was to dump all the old crayons to the bigger bin that you saw, and then separate those crayons by color because we have this craftsman drawer thing where we keep crayons that I don't know. When I came here, my teacher told me to like separate the crayons by color, and I really enjoyed that. But we didn't really like do anything. We just put crayons there, and if the kids needed a specific color, uh, they get it. But it's mainly just the crayons that I pick up from the floor because these kids don't know how to take care of their things. But that's what we do, and I love when it comes to like the crayons and that bin. I just love getting a big bag or a big bin of crayons, or I find a crayon on the floor and I put it in the designated like I find a red crayon, I put it in the red crayon space. I love it. So that's what I wanted to do. But my teacher interrupted me, as you saw, and told me to hang out with the other teachers, and I didn't really want to. But right when I said I was going to try to interact with them more, now it just like all kind of backfired because um, I'm pretty much to myself. I'm pretty much to myself, and I'm significantly younger than these people, so I don't have the same experiences with them, and it's just like I feel really awkward. I feel out of place when I'm with them. And I'm also afraid of interacting with them because they all can speak Spanish and I can't. I can understand what they are saying, but to respond back to them, I don't know how to because I'm not familiar with all the vocabulary and how to form sentences and all that. Like, I just don't know how to speak it. I was never taught.
I'm not really confident in Spanish, so I don't try. And I know that is a problem, especially when people talk about no sabos. They find they say they find every excuse not to speak it, but they always like they pick and choose to like be Hispanic or Latino when it matters to them, but they don't actually speak Spanish. And it's just like I really don't agree with that, but I'm sure there's some that do, but I'm not. Uh, my parents thought that us learning Spanish wasn't important, so we never learned it. And if we tried, they would bully us. So that encouraged me to not speak it. And I know people are going to be like, just stick it up. You're not going to tell a 5-year-old kid that said hola. I don't know if this is a bad example, but like back then as a kid, you'd be like 4, 5, 6 trying to speak Spanish because everybody around you, mind you, uh my abuelo from my mom's side, like her dad, was a Mexican immigrant, and oh, this is a whole tangent, but like, that's all he could speak, and so to an extent, I could speak Spanish. But whenever I went to like my dad's side, or like I would talk to my mom, they would make fun of me, and they would say shit like, if you don't know how to speak, then don't speak at all. So it's just like, that really discouraged a lot of me and a lot of people who are on my same boat too. And there's just people that don't understand that. But now that I really want to, I know nothing and I still have that fear of people bullying me and making fun of me. I don't know if that might not be true, but where I'm from, people really don't consider you as the same if you can't speak Spanish. Like it's so weird. I never hear from any other like ethnicity or like community that if you don't speak the language like right away, you are automatically like not them. I guess because in um being Mexican or Latino, it's not a race, so you can't say like you can't call a Chinese person not Chinese or not Asian because they don't know their language, but you can call a Mexican person like not Mexican if they cannot speak Spanish. So I don't know if that makes sense, but that's my opinion. My New Year's resolution is to study Spanish better, to be able to participate in conversations and be better equipped, and to be a better presenting Hispanic person because that's what I am. So I want to better connect with my culture and heritage. So, since I wasn't able to participate in the conversation, as in chime into the conversation and interact with my colleagues, because I think it would just be cringe to only speak English when everybody is speaking Spanish. And like, I mean, Spanish is a very fast like language, so and we're just Mexican. Like, I hear other Spanish languages that go like 10 times faster than like mm, Spanish, like Mexican Spanish dialect, whatever, uh, could ever be. And it's just like, they speak a little fast for me, and like I sometimes I can't keep up, but for the most part, I understand it. It's just that like I can't regurgitate the same like. And to me, I just think it's stupid that like everybody's speaking Spanish, but I speak English, even though I understand what they're saying. But like I feel like it's just dumb and stupid. So I'd rather stay quiet. And then they decided that we all should go out to eat. But my teacher had to leave somewhere else, and she forced me to go with the other teacher, so I tagged along with them. She's like the only one that I'm like the closest to that I feel comfortable with. Um, but she had to go somewhere else, and I'm like, damn it. And as I was going, they offered me to get a ride from one of them, so I followed them. But then I forgot my wallet in my car. And there's like two parking lots in the school. So there's one in front of the like main building, and then like there's another one near the cafeteria or whatever. And I parked at like the cafeteria section, and then the teacher that I was hitching a ride from, parked in the front of the school. So I was like, can I just get my, my wallet in my car? Because I thought I was just gonna stay in my room and I brought lunch. So I'm taking forever to go and I'm sweating and I'm like, oh my God, they hate me. Because not only that, I forgot my lanyard, which I never take off. I never take off my lanyard, but then I saw my teacher take off hers. She usually take off hers, but since I thought I was just gonna stay in the room, I took off mine. I brought lunch anyway. There's no need for me to, like, you know. So I get my wallet from my car from one side of the school, but now I gotta go to the other side of the school to get my lanyard. And I'm like, this is fucking bullshit. I'm taking forever. I'm sweaty, and I'm like, oh my God, they hate me. Anyway, they caught me. We ended up going, and it was a Mexican restaurant. And I love Mexican food, but my family never goes out to these things, or we rarely do. But I was so afraid to order because of my Spanish again. And I did fumble explaining my order, which was just a taco de picadillo con tortilla de maíz. That's all I know because that's how I ordered the past couple of times and nobody said nothing. So, but I was so nervous and it was so bad that the lady had to bring out her broken English. It felt so embarrassing. Like, I was so embarrassed. I mean, that's all I got because in the start of the day, I went to Burger King and ate 2 croissants, and I was still full. And I was low in money, so I wanted to decline, but here I was. But
Thank God I did not bring this like drink. And I'm always like, whenever I drink an energy drink, or even a coffee, thank God I didn't get the coffee. But with energy drinks, it's just like I cannot handle that because like when I drink it, no matter what I do, I can be like jumping up and down, or I'm like stationary, or like I would go to the gym after because it makes me feel so bad. Like one time I drank a G Fuel, and then I was just like, and it was that same thing. It was coming back from winter break, and it was a day before the kids showed up, and because I was like, okay, they're gonna make me do a lot of like tasks and stuff, and I'm gonna be going up and down. No, they were like, hey, Miss Medina, come talk with us, and I was just like, oh. And then I was there like antsy one time. I had to say that I'm going to the restroom, but like I just needed to walk off this like pent up energy that I had. And then afterwards, I went to the gym. And like I ran, I did a lot of things, and I still felt super bad. I was just like, ugh. And in the week before break, there were these like it was a table where like the parents like gave us like assorted snacks, drinks, and stuff. And there were these like Bloom drinks. I see it going on like on TikTok, the creatine and all these like different like supplements and stuff from Bloom, pre-workout or whatever. And they had drinks, and it was like sparkling water, energy drink, and I'm like, everything doesn't need to be an energy drink, because I've seen like energy drink sodas, energy like normal energy drinks, energy drink, like sometimes they mix it with coffee and stuff, and it's just like it's either one thing or the other, like. And I got it because I thought it was just going to be like a sparkling water, but it was an energy drink sparkling water. I was just like, ugh. And I was gonna give it to my brother because he likes sparkling water, but he's like, I don't like energy drinks. And I'm just like, bruh. So I have 2 cans of Bloom, 2 different flavors in my refrigerator that I had for like 2 or 3 weeks. And I was like, oh, I will take one for like to get back into the routine, because I've been falling asleep very late, and today I woke up like very like tired. Maybe I'll film tomorrow, because I mean, like, I didn't do anything today. Good morning. It's the next day. It's the 7th. Ooh, I should put my hair up. I wasn't really going to film. I actually was going to throw away the video that I did, because I was like, I mean, I didn't do anything. But today I woke up this morning to a message from my teacher saying that she's not going to be there because her son is sick. So now it's going to be all me. I mean, she probably got a sub, but like, let's be real. Like, it's going to be all me. And with the kids that are like, literally, that they lost all of their routine from school, it's going to be tough. I was like, great, thanks. So yeah, maybe I could like do something here. Now this is the reality. Like this is the reality. I'm trying to find my spray bottle. Showed this in the other video because I don't know if I showed it in a video before, but like I have a bottle like this that I got from TJ Maxx. It's like, it's a larger one obviously, but now I have a smaller one that's better to fit here. 703, 704. I don't go in until 7:15. But could you hear me this whole time? But yeah, I'm gonna be by myself, so I kind of got spooked out. So I didn't get breakfast. Also, I'm trying to like not rely on breakfast. I want to go back to not eating breakfast. Unless it's something cool that they give for breakfast, like at school. Like, they do give croissants. They do give, what do they give? I honestly forgot what else they give that like I really like. I was gonna get a breakfast sandwich like of some sort from McDonald's and like an orange juice, and then I was also gonna get the coffee, and I'm just like, that's like overkill. If I'm going to be here, and I don't know if they got a sub yet or not, probably either going to eat earlier. Teachers, like pre-K teachers, actually eat at 10 o'clock. But 10:15 when like when our kids have lunch, and I usually stay to watch the kids. And then when they go to gym, well, when they're eating lunch, the teachers have their lunch break. And then when they are at their like they either do gym, music, like library, whatever, that's when I eat lunch, and that's at 10:50. So basically 11, but it's still 10. So yeah, that's when I eat lunch. So I'm trying to not eat breakfast so I can have a good like lunch, especially since for this like kind of 2 weeks until Friday, I'm just gonna eat ramen noodles. Oh my god, my hair feels weird. I'm just gonna eat ramen noodles just to like because I get paid next Friday, so I will actually go grocery shopping to like meal prep till then. So right now I just got like something affordable and easy to make, so ramen noodles it is. And speaking of lunch, since I had to go with my like colleagues to the restaurant, I left my lunchbox at the refrigerator that's there, so that's what I'm gonna eat, just like whatever I brought yesterday. And yeah, I forgot that I do this like the morning duty, which is like open car doors and greet students in the like for the school, to go to school, to enter the school. And I'm just like, oh my god, I gotta like I honestly wish I was a teacher, because I would rather like go head first to like the chaos of like my students. But since I'm not a teacher, I have to do these other like things. And honestly, like this morning duty is like my like least favorite time of the day, in my opinion. Like, I don't really care for this part. Like, I really would rather go straight into the classroom with my kids. And that is not to say that I don't care about these other kids. It's just that, like, I don't know, hot take, my kids matter more. So, but that's obviously because I'm biased. These are like second, third, fourth, fifth graders that I just like open the doors, say good morning and whatever. So I never see them. Last year I did like, you know, pre-K to first grade which is on the back of the school, and like I would see my kids in the morning. But weirdly enough, I prefer this, like the older kids than the younger kids when it comes to the drop off, me greeting them, whatever. I don't know what you would call it, like drop off, pick up. And here in January, we have no breaks. I think probably the next break isn't until like February. We have like at least a break a month, but like since we already had the what's it called, winter break, that's the break we get. Usually we get Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Day off, but I don't think we are getting it off, so it's just like it's non-stop from here. So yeah, I have about 1 minute till I go in, and yeah, let's see what I film from here. I also brought my water this time.
Apples are red.
Yes, apples are red. They can be green too. Okay, let's see your name. R.
Brown.
Apples can be brown too. These are good. But the lowercase g, look, you didn't trace your name. You need to trace it, okay? Trace it with a pencil.
I have a pencil.
Okay, go to your desk and trace it. Next. No more 6, 7.
7.
L. Look, you wrote a letter O by accident. You wrote Blanco. Is your name Blanco or Blanco? Okay. Try it again. All right, Avery. Put it in your folder, and then when you put it away, you come back over here.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay, don't touch my bag.
Pokemon.
Don't touch. Okay, write your name again right here. You need your name? All right. You're gonna trace it 2 times and then write it 2 times, okay? You're done with the rabbit? Now let's do your name, okay? Yes.
No.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. I just dropped. I'm still too scared to like just vlog out in the open, and I mean I'm in my job, I shouldn't, but I want to do better with like recording things when it happens, but I don't think with my job I'll be able to do that. But at this time I had just like, we do their lunch at, we leave the classroom for their lunch at 10. They start eating at 10:15. We leave the cafeteria at 10:30, and then they're like elective, I guess you can say, because they rotate between gym, music class, library, depending on the day. And that's the time that they do it. So today was library, so I dropped them off at the library, and I wanted like to just touch on, like, I don't understand like when things are like, I get that there's a schedule, but like, wouldn't it be better to like work when you're like not behind schedule, ahead of schedule, you know what I mean? Because let's say the elective starts, like the library starts at 10:50, I guess. That's my lunch, by the way, but like they start, I noticed at the gym that they start like letting kids in by 10:45, but like, okay, we reach there at like 10:40, and then it's around like 10:42. Well, we pass by, first of all, we walk from one side of the school to the other side of the school, literally the other corner of the school, to get from the cafeteria to the library. And I mean, it takes like 5 minutes because I'm managing the line and telling them to stop running, be quiet, this and that. And then we pass by the librarian, and she's like, I'm going to do something in the office. I'll be there in a second, but my assistant is there. So I was like, okay. So, I mean, I guess I forget sometimes, like, the routine. But, so we get there at like 10:42, right? And then I'm starting to like enter the library. I finally got the kids in order and to line up and to be quiet, because when you enter the library, you're supposed to be quiet, obviously. I finally get them like in order, and then I walk in with the class, and the assistant's like, it's not time yet, you're early. It's 10:42. You're early, you're supposed to enter at 10:50. And I'm just like, oh, okay. I feel like it's just not that, like, nothing was going on. Maybe they were working on something, I don't know, but like nothing was going on to where like they didn't have another class or nothing important, like urgent or whatever, to not like take the kids in and then just like wait, I guess. I don't know. The same thing with like lunch. Like we get there at like 10, like 5 minutes before, and they can't serve until it's like 10:15. But I'm just like, just let them have the plate and then like let them eat earlier. Like it's really not that big of a deal. And they only get like 15 minutes to eat, mind you, because lunch starts at 10:15. The kids will sit down by like 10:20, and then we have to be out of there by like 10:35, and it's just like, that's like 20 minutes for lunch. So like you'll have more time to like clean before the next grade comes in, you know? I don't know. Am I making this out of nothing? I don't know. I just feel like if there's a couple of minutes, like sub 10 minutes, like time before something starts, like let them be there, you know? Hashtag let them be there, right? That's my pitch. I don't know if anybody could relate to that. Have to reapply because like it's been kind of hectic. I don't know if it's hectic because well, it's hectic, or because just like got so used to being at home. Like I was already like doing stuff and I'm like, I'm already over it. But like I need to get back into the groove. It's actually a really nice day outside. I just came inside because a student wanted to come in so he could use the restroom, and then I'm like, hey, let me film this really quick. But yeah, so right now it's 1:36, so I have about 2 more hours until I can get out of here. I'm thinking about like I should treat myself with my like $20 left in my account. I should treat myself after school. And I saw on the television like the new Chick-fil-A, like what's it called, frosted drinks, and I was like, that's interesting, I should try that. Maybe that'll be my treat for later. So I'm like looking forward to it. I guess I could show my outfit. I went home yesterday from all of that socializing, and I didn't get to pick out what I wanted to wear today. So went with khaki, this random like teaching shirt. I really like to pair it with this blue cardigan because it's really nice. Khaki for some reason. And it's like there's some like discoloration and I don't like it. And these shoes that I got from Depop recently, they're a chunky black shoe. They're really nice and they look really good for work. I don't like how they look like paired with the skinny khaki pants, but it's what it is. I'm actually thinking about, I have 2 RIT fabric dyes, one black and one purple. Thinking of dyeing these black. It's actually a good idea. Is that yours or did you take it from the desk? Watching. No, I didn't. Okay, I just needed scissors, not the whole thing. But look, I really can't open these. Okay, we're inside. We don't have to scream. And it's a ballpoint pen. Ballpoint pens are better. All right, peace and quiet. I can hear the clock ticking. That's how quiet it is. So really quick, I'm just gonna clean the teacher's desk. I'm technically not supposed to be here, but like since she's not here, I'm the teacher now. My table is over there. I showed it in the like other video. I love this pen. I got it from Five Below. And like I said, what happened that I didn't want to happen. We were so like ahead of everything, and then the teachers wanted to like chit chat and like I was in the middle of like dumping like the old crayons to the bin and then like getting like new crayons. I wanted to make sure who didn't have crayons, because my teacher told me to write it down, like who didn't have like a new box of crayons, so they could like ask the parents or whatever. And I didn't get to do that, so I just grabbed other people's crayons and like gave it to them. So I don't know. So I took like a good half an hour trying to get through the color boxes, and the pencils. I didn't get to sharpen them, so they used the same dull pencils from 3 weeks ago. So I was kind of like mad about that. And my teacher only told me that we're doing a new letter. I didn't know that we had a new like color, because when I went outside for recess, the other teacher was like, oh, we were doing gray. And it's just like, do we have a new color? Are we doing gray too? So I'm just like, I don't know. So the morning we just did the letter R, like 2 little assignments, because literally they walk in 45 minutes, I walk in, and then literally like an hour or two down, now it's lunchtime. So it's just like we didn't really have much time. And then by the time I get back from my lunch, they are already here. So I left like the math portion, which is in like an hour and a half from when we come back from our elective. And they gave that to them. So we were like ahead of schedule. So I just like had to improvise. I didn't even have the slides for the like morning lecture. So I used slides from when my teacher was absent in November. So, I mean, it was a good learning experience for them to realize that like once December is over, we start all the way to January. It's not 2025 anymore, it's 2026. We were out for a lot of days. So I just like make them like write their name, because I mean, it's good practice. And we don't have homework all day, the rest of this week. So they were most likely not practicing how to write their name. I mean, I can tell. I mean, they're kids. But, and if they're not gonna have like homework, which is where we give them like Monday, they're supposed to write their name, trace their name 2 times, and then write their name 2 times. Might as well have them practice. And then I like annotated like which letters they need to work on and stuff. So yeah, it really like these days is when my teacher is not here, it's just like, man, how am I going to like manage the class? Like, how would I do things? What would I do? So I mean, I still don't know what grade level I'm doing. I obviously I have kinder experience. I have technically first grade experience. I don't remember if he was a first grader, but I went to one of my classes in like the education, like when I was in college. I was still a music major, by the way. I had to tutor a kid to like, it was part of the class. I had to tutor a kid with reading, but just one kid at an elementary school. And I don't remember if he was a first grader or a second grader. So I technically got first grade experience. And right now I'm like, after this school year, I have 2 years of pre-K experience. I kind of don't want to do pre-K or like a younger like grade. I would love to do like third, fourth, and fifth, but like that's the like standardized test. And with Texas, it's just like so like you gotta like people stress, kids stress, teachers stress, the district stress. It's just like no. So there's the middle of the line, second grade, which maybe I could do. There's no like standardized testing. I mean, from what I could recognize here, like there's testing everywhere. I mean, we test them like every like couple of months. I mean, especially like here, it's good. I mean, test is always good, but like literally like we come back from school break and then like, oh, they're going to get tested again. Even the kids, like I'm pretty sure second graders get tested for something too. So I'm just like, can I just like, I really like wish people would see that like tests aren't what like make, I don't know, a student. Because like I feel like a lot of teachers teach so students can pass a test instead of teaching to learn, which is what you're supposed to do. And like I would like to teach for kids to actually like learn and like learning. So I don't know, I want kids to actually like school. Like a couple of students from time to time, like throughout the day, would be like, teacher, I like school. And I'm just like, that's awesome, let's keep it that way. But yeah, I don't know, it's just like days like these, it's just like dang dang, like what am I gonna do when I'm on this desk and like maybe I don't have an assistant, or like it's literally like my way. It's just like I wonder, I really wonder. I think I'm just gonna end it there, and hopefully I do more content despite like this job. I feel like me being an educator, like lots of people do it. There's a lot of teachers that make education content, which I would like to do, but maybe when I'm a teacher, like a full-fledged real teacher. But I don't know, I see other people doing it and I'm just like, how do they do it? How do they work like this 7 to 3, 7 to 4 job, especially with teaching? Is like very exhausting, very draining. Just like you're burnt out by the end of the day. You still have time to like film and like edit and upload. It's just like I couldn't even do that. So I was just like, but yeah. And I don't want to make like right now, since I'm not a real teacher, I don't want to make things like just teacher content. Like, I mean, I guess last year I made a few videos that were like, oh, centered around me being like a teacher aide. But I think I wanted to put it out there that I have that job, so like it would make sense why I wouldn't upload that much. But I made like 2, 3, or 4 videos that have to do with me being a teacher. So like I don't think I want to like make my whole channel on that right now. Like I said, I want to do a lot of variety things, so hopefully I can like get the motivation and like confidence to do that, because I just want to create things. So I made a post on my Instagram about like my New Year's resolutions, and then I kind of opened up about like how I felt last year, because 2025 was just not a good year objectively, honestly. Like objectively, I think 2025 was just not a good year, and I was like vulnerable for a sec. I was like, New Year's resolutions, I want to watch AEW wrestling more than WWE. I was into them, but I kind of like fell off watching them. Now I want to get into them like for real. I want to study I'm not going to college anytime soon, but I want to study, getting the hang of like learning again because it was difficult. Like, I don't know if it was the pandemic or something, but it was difficult to learn when I was in college. But I want to like study the material that from the classes I need to retake. I still have those materials, so I want to study that so I can get ahead of myself when I do return, so I can finally graduate. And one of them was like, oh, I want to like actually have a channel because I don't make it, oh, like I'm not open to like me having a channel. Like I told my mom like a couple of years ago, but I don't make it like my whole thing that like, oh, I have a channel, the channel, whatever. I only like a few of my like closest friends know that I have a channel, but like even when it's like people in my circle, I'm just like, I don't want them to know. Like maybe when I blow up, okay, blow up, but like when I'm more popular, I could like post like updates and stuff, but like I don't know, I'm like so small, I'm like so minuscule that it's just like, I don't know, I have this thing like, and I have to not give a shit what other people, not care what other people say, but it's just like I feel like whenever I post something, like no one cares in the sense. So like, why post that like this epic new video I just posted and it's just like not gonna get attraction anyway? So I don't know. So yeah, I spilled the beans on my public Instagram, Eliza Medina, at Eliza Medina, being like, I actually have a channel. I didn't drop the channel name, which is still my name, but like I was like, hey, I wanted to be a YouTuber ever since I was in like 5th grade, so like I just want to do cool stuff and be creative. So yeah, that's like the plan, at least. I keep playing with this pen. I need to start with the journaling because like I really want to get this consistent. Another like goal I want to achieve, which is be consistent with the journal entries. I'm just always having like a struggle with how I want to like, which I shouldn't care with what looks good, but I want to be like comfortable, you know how like those aesthetic girls that write notes that is like calligraphy, cursive, and then they're like with the highlighters and drawing, and it's just like, for a time I was just like, I want my notes to be like that, but I forget I don't have that talent. So for a while I wouldn't know how to write notes. Like I didn't care if they were just like basic, but like whenever I would write notes I wouldn't be happy with it, so I would just like tear off pages. Like I just tore off 2. One because I forgot, like it was January 6th, not 7th, but now today is the 7th because I was going to write about it yesterday. But then today I wrote January 7th, but I wrote 2025, and this is a pen, so I can't erase it. And I didn't like the scribble. I get picky with that stuff. I don't know why. It's like I don't care, but like apparently I care enough. So, and then I'll probably write the title underneath and then like highlight it or something, just so we know that it's the title, we. And I don't know, it's weird because like I always write, like when I'm journaling, I always write like if somebody's gonna like find my journal and look for it, like read it. But I guess that's just like me being used to like writing essays in like elementary school, because they're like, you gotta write it like somebody's going to read it, and it's just like, oh. And I just like had that ingrained, so I can't just write something for fun. But yeah, I think like I said, but yeah, I think I'm gonna go like a million times, but like for real now. We got necklace.
Necklace.
Does necklace go
No.
So what do we do?
The sound is the B.
No, not a B. Necklace.
Nixon.
Necklace.
Nixon.
Not Nixon. Necklace.
Nixon.
What letter makes the sound?
Sound is so good. It's X. Wow.
Okay, we put an X because this one doesn't make the R sound.
It's a
I printed out a picture of a rainbow, so you're gonna color this
it's got
rainbow.
R. It's on a little R.
That's right. So what is that?
Rainbow.
Does rainbow start with the letter R?
Yes.
All right, you're gonna color. If you need help, look at my picture on the colors so you can see.
This? Sure.
Remember rainbow colors.
Why you get us rainbow?
Because rainbow starts with the letter R. The Minecraft. There we go. But we have to be quiet. If I hear you louder than the music, then I turn it off and we go into centers, okay?
Why is this?
I really could. Minecraft music. I was sending out like report cards and like the I didn't know that happened. It was a pen on like my teacher's desk. I was sending out folders, right, because they were giving out report cards, which was weird because yesterday they gave me report cards and then I found another stack of report cards today. So I was like, okay, I'll send these out because I don't know. And then also the calendar. And today, like earlier when I was late, which I was like so gonna be on time, but then I got there late because I made a wrong turn. Well, not so that I made a wrong turn, I just kept going instead of like exiting where I was supposed to because I was like having a conversation with myself. And I was like freaking out because like I've never been out that far and I was like, I don't know the streets, but hey, I made it here, didn't I? So I got there like a couple of minutes late. Then as I was doing my duty, like I see like the LED like lights that you see at a school, like an LED sign. And I saw, like, I have glasses for like farsightedness because I cannot see from afar, but like I saw the sign read 100 days of school or 100th day of school, and I was like, oh, today's the 100th day of school. But then I'm putting these like calendars away and I have an extra one. I'm looking here, on the 30th is the 100th day of school. So today I like printed out stuff using my teacher's printer. I don't know if I'm allowed to use that because they usually send me to the copy room to make copies instead of here. So I don't know if I'm allowed to use that thing, but the 100th day of school isn't until the 30th. So in like 2 or 3 weeks, which is crazy. My teacher isn't here, by the way, still. I don't know if she's gonna come tomorrow or not, which I hope, because apparently tomorrow we're gonna have a glow party event for perfect attendance, like for the students, and I'm supposed to help out for that. So I don't know. And I was gonna end it there like yesterday, but then today happened and I thought I could film a little bit more.
You're gonna practice writing it with me in my center. Okay, you might have already practiced it with Miss Medina yesterday.